Going on? It is Kyle Henderson, Bama football on YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Wednesday. It is April 23rd. I hope that you are enjoying your week. We have made it to Wednesday. I got a great show lined up for you today. Thank you very much for being here. Kyle Henderson and Bama football on YouTube. Definitely let me know where you're watching from inside the comment box. At the end of the show, we're going to go over the Alabama defense as we've been going over the last couple days. Play a little pinwheel today. I love the pinwheel, all right? We're going to talk a little bit about the NFL draft, which is tomorrow, right? We're going to go over a couple, get this. A couple former Alabama players have proposed and will be getting married. And one quarterback that played here at the University of Alabama got married recently. Does anybody know who that is? And we'll talk the Alabama safeties on the back end of the show, okay? I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much. Kane Wommack did an interview yesterday with the mobile radio station and basically was talking a lot about the defense and what he learned last year as a first-year defensive coordinator. And let's face it, taking over the defense, I think, was almost as equal to a task as taking over the head coach. Because, look, Kalen DeBoer had his work cut out for him as the new head football coach at the University of Alabama, right? Stay with me here. But this program, this organization under Coach Saban was really built on defense. And I get it. We have, in the past, you've had these incredible running backs, right? You've had, over the last couple of years, you've had some really high-achieving quarterbacks. But for the most part, when you thought Alabama, you thought Nick Saban, you thought the defensive mind, right? So Kane Wommack stepping in, I thought had as much pressure as anybody in the world of college football, right? And the way the season went last year, I think we liked Kane Wommack. We liked the way that he worked with the defense, but he took some lumps. And he talked about this yesterday. He's talking about what he learned from that Vanderbilt loss. And he said, we did some things great in the beginning of the season, but we couldn't get off the field in the second half against Georgia. That was true, right? Georgia kept on converting in that game. Well, I was talking about this game this morning when I was working out. They were 5 of 5 on fourth downs, which was just mind-bending. And then, of course, Vanderbilt was a terrible job on third down, and I didn't do a good enough job finding ways to get off the field. And that is awareness, right? Coach Kane Wommack looking back and being aware of what that defense needs to improve on. And I was thinking about this, too. I was like, look, you have all these defensive starters coming back, but I don't know if the Vanderbilt loss was really as bad as the Oklahoma loss. Right? Let me ask you this real quick inside the comment box, not to open up an old wound, but I think last year the Oklahoma loss, because look, Oklahoma was still doing the same thing that Vanderbilt was doing, many weeks before. And not to say that the defense didn't improve, because they did. And the way that the defense finished the game, they could have got blown out the water against Michigan in the bowl game, but they didn't because they held tough inside the red zone. Look, the Oklahoma loss was bad, right? You had two players, not one, two players rush for 100 yards, even the quarterback. Jackson Arnold. So that was a far worse loss than Vanderbilt. I'll tell you what, Vanderbilt had a game plan, they believed, and they just straight up beat Alabama. Oklahoma, Alabama wasn't supposed to lose either of these games, but Vanderbilt played to win. Oklahoma just beat Alabama on each side of the ball, offense, defense. So anyways, we like Kane Wommack, and let me ask you inside the comment box as we continue to move forward. What's your approval rating right now of Kane Wommack? On a scale of 1 to 10 going into the season, what is your approval rating of Kane Wommack? I would imagine he's got to have one of the highest approval ratings for a defensive coordinator that we've had in a little bit, right? I think we liked Kevin Steele, but I think as we learned, Coach Saban had to start calling defense at some point in time, and maybe T-Rob did. And then before that, you had Pete Golding for a long time, who Alabama fans just we're really sick and tired of. But see, Anita's in here early with a 9. Cookie all day says 7. Right? 8, 9. I'm telling you, his approval rating is really high. And think about the courage for him to really restructure the entire defense to go to this swarm approach. So a lot of, I see a lot of positive marks for Kane Wommack. And there should be, right? All right, let me give some morning shout-outs. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Kyle Henderson, Bama football on YouTube. Let's see who's up in the house. Army 3275. What's up, man? You're about to be you're in the raffle. All right, so get ready, man. We're gonna do some pinwheel. It might be you versus Alex. Just a mano-y-mano for this. This is the hoodie that we're going for today. There's still time to get into this hoodie. The way to get into this hoodie is a $10 raffle. Bama _ YouTube and Cash App Bama YouTube. So far, it's just Army 3275 versus Alex, and it might be a mano-y-mano. Alyssa, what's going on? Herman, good morning to you. I appreciate it. Perfect attendance, man. Rocket Town, good to see you, man. Thanks for checking out the men's devotional, too. I always see you there, Rocket Town. Alabama Renegade, it's good to see you. Max Tooney, of course. Southern Red, good morning. Thanks for setting the alarm to make the show. Who else we got up in here? Ricky Smith, good morning. Darren Jenkins, what's up, man? Myron, I see you inside the comment box giving Kane Wommack a 7. Todd Tipton, my boy. Alex Wilder, what's up, man? Good to see you as well. Soli 462. Every time I see your name, I think of that movie with the pilot. Was it Soli? Where he landed the plane on the Hudson? All right, Robert, what's up, man? I appreciate you being here. Robert has something to say this morning. He says, if Jalen Milroe doesn't turn the ball over to beat Vanderbilt in Oklahoma. Oh, honestly, Michigan and Tennessee, too. Think about the defense was getting turnovers almost every single game. Yeah, I mean, if you go back and you start to think about some of those games, what went wrong, what was right, I think, and we'll talk about Jalen Milroe here in a little bit, but I think that Milroe played well against Vanderbilt. He did. He had that one tipped interception. That was Vanderbilt. But overall, like, Vanderbilt just played much better than Alabama in that particular game. I think Alabama, coming off that win against Georgia, they were emotionally maybe, really high, too high, starting to believe their own rat poison and ended up getting beat. Jonathan, what's up, man? Good to see you inside the house. And we got Cookie all day talking about Nico, stunning transfer from Tennessee to UCLA. I mean, and then his brother left from Arkansas, and now he's at UCLA too. Taylor, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. All right, so if you want to get in the raffle, it's still open. Right now we got Alex versus Army 3275. We got Chad up in here. Got you. And Alex, I got you, man. I see you inside the comment box. Chad Kennedy, you're in the raffle as well. Still open. We'll have this open for a little while. 92 on. I appreciate you guys being here. Todd is saying that pick 6 against Vandy was blatant pass interference. Man, Vanderbilt just came to play on both sides of the ball. Myron says, only thing that bothered me was with Wommack was his lack of adjustments in Vandy and Oklahoma game. Yeah, I think so too. The NFL draft is taking place tomorrow, and it'll be taking place in Green Bay, Lambeau Field, right? Has anybody been to Lambeau? I said a couple days ago that I never thought seriously about going to St. Norbert, but I thought about, I checked out St. Norbert, which is near Green Bay. It was too cold for me. So instead of Wisconsin, I went to Iowa, which was just as cold. Those of you watching, I went to Central College in Pella, Iowa. Anyone been to Pella? All right, so when looking at the NFL draft tomorrow, there's a lot of guys that could be drafted from Alabama and, the entire draft. But Mel Kiper and Phil Yates of ESPN have Jahad Camp. Look, they have these guys outside of round 1, or at least Jahad on the back end. Jahad Campbell going to Philly, Tyler Booker, Arizona. He's dropped, which is very interesting to me. And then you also have Jalen Milroe. It looks like that in Pittsburgh is really heating up. As I asked you yesterday when we were talking about the NFL draft, I appreciate you, Kings family. I got you in for the raffle, bro. Yeah, in a super chat, we'll get you in too. Kings family in. I love that little logo that pops up on the screen. I don't even know how that happens. But it seems like, look, I'm not sure why, but it seems like Tyler Booker's draft stock is kind of going down. And it seems that Jalen Milroe's is kind of going up. Let me change this music real quick. So I don't know. It's something that we're watching tomorrow. Will be the NFL draft. I'll probably pop on, I guess, live. I don't know. I'll have to kind of play it by ear. We might do like a first round watch party. What time does the NFL draft start? I have to see the particulars. But I don't know if Jalen Milroe goes in the first. I would imagine second round. I mean, he's not going all the way to Green Bay just to be there. Tyler Booker, I mean, shoot, if he goes in the second round, I think he'd be sleeping on Tyler Booker, just as people were sleeping on Dallas Turner last year. And then the biggest question, of course, is around Jalen Milroe, right? And on 3, this is a good article by Nick Schultz, who covers NFL for On 3. Says, an AFC coordinator says that Alabama dodged a massive transfer portal exodus with Jalen Milroe leaving. 100%. I mean, remember there was talk if Jalen Milroe was to come back this season. I think we all know this. And, I thought there was a little bit. I knew Jalen Milroe was going to the NFL, but for whatever reason, since he didn't announce it, it seemed to kind of linger on that he might come back. And then people were like, oh my goodness, he's going to come back and everybody's going to dip out of the transfer portal. I think that certainly would have happened. I think if he would have came back, and this is I don't think this is anything with his character at all. I think it's just with the playmaking ability that he has, and as you'll see, and if you've read this article, this AFC coordinator talks about that he has big accuracy issues, and that's the reason that the wide receivers or the offensive players of the team would have dipped out. Is because of the accuracy issues, and that's one of the things that the NFL is trying to figure out as well. But on the flip side, like the positive, we're saying, well, he's the best runner that we've ever seen as a quarterback. So, I don't know. I mean, Daniel Jeremiah just recently said that he's like a lottery ticket. But if he would have came back 100 million %, you would have had a mass exodus. But look, now his draft stock is trending upward, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm thinking second round, I guess. I saw this on X. I added Coach Saban on each side, but look at this. This is crazy. And this is just the standard. I mean, look at all these picks under Coach Saban. These aren't even all of them. These are just picks 1 through 22 over the years. Right? Like, look at this. Like, this, I don't know. This will probably never be duplicated for the rest of time. Bryce Young, remember when he was picked for the first round, the first pick? William Anderson, who was absolutely dominating. Actually, Bryce Young had a really good back end of the season. I was happy to see that. Quinnen Williams, right, went number 3. Trent Richardson went 3. That was an interesting story if you followed Trent Richardson, right? Because from what I understand, like he was going to be like the absolute guy, and it didn't pan out well for him. I mean, Marcel Darius, Amari Cooper. Look at all these names. Tua. This is crazy. Seriously. Look at all these names. Julio Jones, Andre Smith, J.C. Latham, Evan Neal, Mark Barron, Rolando McClain, Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain was just the defensive player of the year. Devontae Smith, Jedrick Wills. Oh, I forgot about Jedrick. Chance Warmack, Jonah. Jonah was solid, man. Jonah was a great player. Minka, oh my goodness. Minka was. So, and then Jahmyr Gibbs as of late. That was recent. What's up, Adam? Good to see you, bro. Dexter, what's up, man? I see you up in the comment box. Antoine as well. I don't know if I gave you guys shout outs or not, but good morning. Byron, what's up, bro? B-Rob, I see you inside the comment box, and same with Sean Lilly. We need some more emojis, right? What emojis do you guys want? I think we need someone said a Ryan Grubb emoji. This list is crazy though, right? If you like stand back and look. Javion, what's up, bro? Kevin T, man. Good to see you, bro. Raffle's still open. We'll play the pinwheel in just a minute. We got Army 3275, Alex, Chad Kennedy, and King's Family Reacts up in here. $10 entry, Bama _ YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube. So a portion of the proceeds go to. I'm gonna start doing this. I guess I talked to the lady this morning. So I serve at the Tuscaloosa Soup Kitchen, and yeah, this raffle is still open right now. And hey, Chad, if you want to become a member, hit the join button. It's on the front page of our screen. But a portion of the proceeds that we get from these raffles, I'm going to take that to a couple different places in Tuscaloosa. I might just roll with the soup kitchen because that's where I go. And I talked to the lady this morning. But here's a sample. I don't know if you can see this. This is the check already that I'm going to give to them on Friday. You guys see that? So I already talked to the lady, and we're going to buy a bunch of meals for the Tuscaloosa Soup Kitchen. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to serve, the last time I went, it's not like once a month. It's like every other month that I've been to the Tuscaloosa Soup Kitchen. So a portion of the proceeds from these raffles will go back to the Tuscaloosa Soup Kitchen. And some will help my business costs. And then, of course, it helps me buy the actual hoodie and send it out. By the way, Alex, I sent all your stuff yesterday. All right, Javion, you're in as well, brother. Got you, man. And if you haven't, if you're in Tuscaloosa, the Tuscaloosa Soup Community Bowl is a good place to volunteer at. It's from 11 to 1, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, same time. And, I mean, the times I've been there, we've served 360 meals. 360. All right, so we'll do the pinwheel here in a minute. We got Javion, King's Family Reacts, Chad Kennedy, Alex, and Army 3275. All right. Hey, Adam, good update on your mom, man. Glad she's doing well. I don't know how thick this hoodie is. It looks, I don't know. This kind of looks, this looks like more like a fall hoodie. I have no idea. All right, so one of the things that you got to watch, I think, with the NFL draft, and the one thing that you really can't say about Jalen Milroe is he doesn't have any character issues. You see what I'm saying? Like, how many times have you heard things about him and heard, like, character issues? What's amazing is we continue to see character issues with Shedeur Sanders, right? And this is kind of the latest stuff out there. People are calling it the worst formal interview that they've seen. He's entitled. Bad body language. You haven't seen that from really any Alabama players. What? I mean, I guess there's a couple guys that we've had kind of issues with, but this seems to be the case with Sanders. I mean, there's always kind of been some narrative about him. I don't know. But like Mel and Jesus pointed out, like Milroe, look, we have no idea how good of a quarterback Milroe is going to be in the NFL, but I'll tell you what, he's a positive addition to your NFL locker room. You see what I'm saying? So is Tyler Booker. So is Malachi Moore. Any of the guys from really Jaha Campbell, those guys are great additions to your organization. But I don't know. I mean, I personally don't know, Shedeur. It seems like, there's always been something about him, but you've never really seen these type of headlines with players from Alabama. And I'm not sugarcoating it or gassing up Alabama. It's just that really hasn't been the case. There's been a couple guys over the years, of course, but I don't know. That's kind of just been something that's been out there. All right, you guys ready for some pinwheel? All right. Let's do some pinwheel. All right, let me switch it up real quick. All right. Let's get all these. 1 second. We're going to do the pinwheel real quick. I mean, Alex has been an absolute beast in the pinwheel. So let me get this set up real quick. All right. You guys ready for some pinwheel fun? I love the pinwheel. Here we go. All right. This is a nice and compact pinwheel. All right. Guys ready? All right. I like the music for the pinwheel. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Chad Kennedy. Chad Kennedy. All right, Chad. Good work, brother. Email me. This is the email. This is my personal email. Email me your info, and I'll get the gear out to you. Congratulations, Chad. Man, the pinwheel always makes me nervous. All right, that's the pinwheel. All right, Chad. So look. Alex is a 2-time champ, and now so is Chad. All right, Chad, hit me up, bro. Chad Kennedy is the Wednesday winner. All right. Did you see this? Look, you need to follow. Okay, Chad. All right, good. I got it yesterday. You're right. Thank you. Send it again though, just to make sure, because I get a ton of emails. Did you see this? Did you see Ryan Williams? Yo, he's straight comedy. So Ryan Williams was yesterday. Watch his New Wave podcast. Just type in New Wave podcast. You can watch it. Podcast, all social media. I think it's even on YouTube. But he was going around. This looks like it's outside of the soup store down by the football stadium. And he was interviewing people. So I don't know what he has cooked up. But it's all comedy. And the funny thing was, people were tweeting, because so many people were checking, were seeing him, and they were like, yo, I think I just saw Ryan Williams interviewing people with a wig on. So I keep your head on the swivel for something that Ryan Williams is doing. I don't know. All right. We've been talking position by position, and we'll do special teams probably tomorrow. But the safety room, we did corners yesterday. But let me ask you, from the names here, Keon Sabb, Bray Hubbard, Zay Mincy, Cam Howard, Jake Kirkpatrick, Ivan Taylor, from that safety position, what would you grade? What's your assessment on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of talent? Because we were really high in the corners. We've been really high. I'm telling you, like the defense, the nucleus that the defense has returning, it's hard not to get too excited about the defense. Army commenting on Ryan Williams. 100%. He's having a good time. And the great thing about Ryan Williams, the thing that I love the most about him is he is himself. Like, this is not an act. He's not this is who he is. That's why we love him, because we love people who are authentic. All right, so Herman says 9 safeties. Melon Jesus saying 7. Bray Hubbard, 9.5. Jason saying 9. See? So the feedback is really positive with the safety room. I would imagine that the starters are going to be, as you would too, Keon Sabb and Bray Hubbard. For whatever reason, players rise up, and Bray Hubbard is a guy that was really a fan favorite right now. I think if we were to poll who is one of the favorite players on this team, I think Ryan Williams and I think Bray Hubbard would certainly be up there. We like players that don't act entitled, and when their time comes, they rise up and they become superstars. Now, I don't know if he's a superstar just yet, but the way that he played at the back end of the season was very impressive. Keon Sabb, he had a good first game. I feel that he was kind of trending the opposite way, and I think he got burnt a couple times, and then he got injured, but he played with a fractured leg against Tennessee. I still like Keon Sabb, and I think he I think he'll have a productive season. Now, the guys behind them, when you look at the two deep, are pretty good as well. Like Zay Mincy, he played great against Michigan. Drake Kirkpatrick is really good as well. Really good. You know what? I think Drake Kirkpatrick might even play a little Husky. And then Ivan Taylor, this is a guy, as you said inside the someone said inside the comment box about Ivan that he might play sooner than later. Yeah, the guy had a really good spring as well. So the two deep here is strong. And the starters look strong as well. So, anytime that you lose a player like Malachi Moore, that's going to be tough to replace. Because he was a leader. He's etched in stone here at the University of Alabama. But I like this group. I really do. And I like the two deep. So when you look at the corners, when you look at the safeties, you're loaded. And Mo Lindquist is one hell of a coach. Jason Jones was just brought in as well. So as you saw, that group is ultra talented. I teased it. This is the next hoodie going out. More details to come. But I was going to put this. I don't know where it went. Let's see if I can get it up on screen. There was a couple guys, as I was trying to say, before the show, that got engaged. And I was thinking about it. I was like, just as I was talking about Malachi, where did that go? All right. I'm cooking up a graphic on this other side. Stand by. And I asked, who's the former quarterback that got married? I guess this past weekend. That's what I just saw on social media. Did you see this? All right. So we have two former Alabama players that just got engaged. All right. Two former. Thumbs up for positivity towards these engagements. Remember Will Riker got married when he was in school. And I remember because the first week of camp, you have to go and live at the dorms. I think they could stay at Capstone or the dorms or wherever. And he got out and he was like, yeah, I'm just happy to go back and see my wife and move into my house. He got married when he was in school. So you have Malachi Moore right here, proposed. We love Malachi Moore. And then you have, this is Robbie Oots. This is actually a tight hoodie right here. I like this, Robbie. So Robbie Oots and Malachi Moore have found theirs, and we wish them well. I love it. Love to see it. Great photos. I'm sure their family is really, really excited. And then I saw this. It's Jalen Hurts who just got married. I don't think there's any photos out of them dressed up. I think Devontae Smith didn't Devontae Smith just get engaged as well? Man, we're getting old, fam. All our favorite players are getting married and having kids. So love to see it. We love Jalen Hurts. And look, for all the Alabama or for the Oklahoma fans, that think that Jalen is theirs, no, he's Alabama. And I could see if there was multiple seasons, but he went to Oklahoma and he got better, but he's Alabama. That's why Alabama fans claim him for sure. All right, so that's our show today. This is the next hoodie, okay? So don't start yet. This is the next hoodie. This hoodie's tight. This might be one of my favorite ones. And I've been feeling the camo stuff. Not only because Ty Simpson just recently was rocking the all camo with Crocs. But this is tight, and I think you can buy this whole set too. I'll put the link in the description box if you just want to buy it. But you can buy the hat, the hoodie, the joggers as a complete set with this. So if you want to go all camoed out like Ty and drive your matching Crocs and drive around your Ford, do your thing. But I'll tell you what, this hoodie is tight. This might be our best one yet. I found this morning. And Chad, hit me up with your info. So this is our next hoodie that we'll rock, and we'll start this tomorrow. Okay? So be patient. This one will be fun. Well, fam, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me today. Stay blessed. Stay where your feet are at. We got the NFL draft tomorrow. So we might, I'm thinking we might double dip our shows tomorrow and do maybe a show in the evening time as well. Maybe that the first round or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But see, I don't know how many players from Alabama are going to get drafted into the first round. Hey, if you want to check out my men's daily devotional, I put the link inside the comment box. And if you have any questions going forward about the channel, just hit me up to my email. Alex, I just got right back to you, bro. I appreciate it. So stay blessed. Stay where your feet are at. I hope you enjoyed the show today. Thanks for watching. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube, live as major news happens. And, of course, live at Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time. All right. It's been quiet in the portal, which I think is a good thing, right? Oh, check out, here's a link too if you're not a fan of our Facebook page. Here we go right here. All right, I love you guys. Thanks for watching today. Stay where your feet are at. Stay blessed. Be good people. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama this fine Wednesday, April 23rd. Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Love you, fam. See ya.